I'm gonna get some ice. Right here.
All right, let's put that there in the background. We are good to go now, I do believe. Builders, welcome back to Builders Cove. Tonight we've got a great episode. I do believe we have built something and shipped it. It has been an absolutely outstanding experience. But we have spun up a indexer. We are doing index mining, and we'll go over what all that is for anybody that don't know here directly. But yeah, we've been doing stuff, and this has been a fun rabbit hole. It really has been in it for a couple of months now. Been kind of techie, had some hardware thresholds to get around, and we'll go over all that without a doubt. But I'm your host, Mr. City, and as always, joining me is the legendary Lonely Bet. How are you today, sir?
Yo, doing great, man. Thank you so much. Hope everyone else is doing fine. Everybody's having a great day. I believe today was actually the usual for me, cooking and still cooking and never ending. So yeah, I was actually working with that.
It wasn't bad. And you are correct. You do ship a lot of tools. But yeah, I just want to tell everyone we've spun up the PrimeIndexer. We've got it healthy. We've broke it. We have fixed it. We got it healthy again, and then we broke it again, and then we got it fixed it and got it healthy again. This has just been great. I can't wait to tell the story. Really, it's been a good time. But yeah, we got it synced up. We got it live. It's rocking and rolling. Stakers have staked in it, and they're already earning rewards. We'll go over how to stake and some rewards, how that works out. But this has just been all kinds of headaches and good time. Dockers. It was download. We downloaded stuff for like 3 weeks. Or the iron we did. It's been a good time. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Okay, so Fractal Bitcoin, FIP-101. Can you, Lonely Bit, can you give us a quick description of the FIP-101?
Well, technically, the FIP-101 is basically a proposal made by Unisat team that introduces a new reward system for Fractal Bitcoin, made specifically to handle indexing, as in terms of data. As everybody can see, Fractal Bitcoin is like a more faster and useful version of Bitcoin that is built exactly on the same mining hardware. It has a 30-second blocks instead of Bitcoin's 10 minutes, and which actually that means it's pretty much fast and kind of designed for Ordinals and for BRC20s and for more like fast DeFi. In terms of literally, yeah.
And when it comes to building stuff, the blocks don't take near as long to get stuff proved. You know, you got that plus too.
Yeah. To make it very simple, usually in Bitcoin, everybody knows that there is mining as an incentive for people who basically run the node and basically also are able to solve the equation basically using their ASICs or like their mining hardware. So that's like the general incentive that is also available on Fractal Bitcoin, but also available as merged mining, which means you can actually be able to mine both Fractal Bitcoin and Bitcoin at the same time using your exact same hardware without actually doing much. It's basically just changing the settings, being able to point at Fractal node as well, and therefore you'll be able to actually earn both Bitcoin and Fractal. You'll be able to solve for both, I guess, Bitcoin and Fractal blocks. There actually comes what is the index mining, right? So first things first, I would say that since I mentioned that there is like normal mining and there's like merged mining. In normal mining, we can call it like permissionless mining in Fractal, because permissionless mining basically allows you to also earn blocks. We got merged mining, which is also like the one that allows you to earn blocks from both Fractal and Bitcoin. And recently, the distribution of Fractal block rewards had a change, which is the Fractal Improvements Protocol 101.
Right.
Change basically ended up splitting. Yeah, sorry if I'm taking a bit too long, by the way.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
This proposal ended up splitting the reward to 111 for permissionless mining and index mining and merged mining. Index mining works differently, by the way, since we talked that for normal mining and merged mining, you'd still use the same hardware. Actually, in index mining, you actually will be running indexing software. Which actually keeps track of all the data on chain, specifically like saying tokens on chain, BRC20s, runes, and some other like data. It's kind of a super detailed library catalog, so that if you, for example, run a good indexer and keep it online, you get to actually earn Fractal Bitcoin rewards from the indexer incentive blocks. The indexer incentive blocks are basically what I discussed a bit earlier, which is basically distributed by 111 for each. And currently, the index mining is on a testing phase, and the distribution is still not fully finished. And we'll talk about that a bit more as we go deeper. I hope actually this answered the question about what's index mining, right?
It did, and I thought a really good analogy was it, like if you're running a normal node, it's kind of like running a small shop. But if you're running a good indexer, it's like running a busy warehouse with a very organized inventory. I mean, there's literally like billions of data points. I mean, it would be billions of data points that you're indexing. But yeah,
I would point something. I would point something out exactly about what you said. It's exactly like it's a catalog of data, which means that it would serve a purpose to actually provide that data.
Right, and the hardware needed. I'm not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen. I had to sink a little bit of capital into some RAM because it stated that you needed 64 gigabytes of RAM minimum.
Yeah. Minimum.
And I didn't want to operate minimum. I'm trying to run a strong, healthy indexer. So I sunk the capital and got 128 gigs of RAM and went from 32 to total to 128 total. And so far, and I'll show you in a little bit, it's running pretty good. The storage side of it, I got a, just so everybody knows, I'm running it on like a 4-year-old gamer. But it had three SSD slots, so I put a 4 terabyte SSD, a 1 terabyte SSD, and a 0.5 terabyte, 500 gig. So it's got that much SSD in it, and that got us going. I've got. We'll show you the dashboard in a little bit. There's about 170 gig left on the main one, and we had to split some stuff up and get savvy with the storage space. But
Yeah.
it fit. I will have to do some upgrading. Current math, I think I got another 6-8 months, year, maybe not that long. Not sure. We're keeping tabs on it, and technically, I got an external HDD that's 5 terabyte, but I'm trying to stay off of that. I'm afraid it'll slow the indexer down.
Yeah,
So,
we
but we'll
were
see how it
aiming to
goes.
use SSDs for that exactly. As
That's
of
this.
as of a proof, like say, maybe using an SSD would ease the interactions with anything external to actually get the data, and at the same time, I guess it would have like faster access to the data and more consistent.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, if you got any questions about stuff, feel free to throw them in the comments. If you're thinking about spinning one of these up, let us know. More than welcome to help. Might be
Yes.
easier, might be easier just to stake and earn the rewards, but some people like the technical challenge.
Yeah.
And I did.
When it comes to the technical challenge, I would like to mention that Fractal Bitcoin indexing, index mining, literally has a specific equation that says, if I'm right, I hope actually I remember it right, but it says that the total rewards of you as the operator, which means you as the one who runs the indexer, are the total amount of Fractal stake multiplied by a constant. So you see there that there is a number that is said to be the staked amount of Fractal, and the staked amount of Fractal means that you got a stake on it, which is logical. It's index mining. The way it actually works, it's actually based on how much Fractal Bitcoin is staked at your node. So therefore, the rewards can vary, and basically, the more you have staked in your node, the bigger the share you have, and the bigger the rewards you get. So, if you want to like run a node, keep that ahead in mind. You would need Fractal to put into it in order to basically run it, and or if you have a community basically willing to go ahead and support the network and the ecosystem, you're very welcome to also ask for any support from us. We'll be very happy to help.
Absolutely. And so let's jump into showing some dashboards and whatnot. Because we're fairly transparent. We got it going on, and some people have entrusted the indexer to handle the indexing and pick us to hold on to stuff. And there's been some trials and tribulations. But what we got here is Fractal's actual site, their dashboard, whatnot. 8.4 million total staked across the indexers. Which we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total, counting the official.
And at the top we've got the Fractal official with 6.3 million Fractal. After that you take Pizza with 2 million Fractal and 63k for PrimeIndexer, Rune Jones 550, and the remaining. Can read them all.
Right. Yeah, you can go down the list and look what's going on. We're currently third on the list, which is fine. The community has chimed in there quite well. Not going to lie. We got several. Yep, exactly. We got several stakers that are staking, and it's been such a good time. I've been so deep into it. It's been a rabbit hole. I will apologize right now to some of my Ordinals community because I have been in a rabbit hole bad on this thing watching. Using shout out Cursor AI and the friendly developer prompting issues. This is what I learned is how to prompt. I got to tell this story right now real quick. I won't take up
too much
time, I promise. But I learned about prompting because one of the times it went down overnight, it was early. I woke up. I had messages from the Lonely Bit going, "Hey, we're down." So I come in here and I took off, started, getting with cursor at find out what's the matter. And I told it to restore instead of telling it to restore from where it left off. And there is a great big difference between those two statements.
Yeah.
About 18 hours of downloading stuff is the difference in those two statements. But that cost us a little bit. It did, because the indexer were down, and it wasn't earning what it was supposed to earn. But when all that happened, that sparked the whole, we got to build this thing stronger. It can't be going down like that. So we got it back up going. Oh, go ahead.
And thanks to that, we actually broke it again.
Yes, exactly. We started trying to make it better, got some suggestions. So let's push the edge of the envelope, and bam, straight back to zero it went. But we did better. Go ahead.
Yeah. I wanted to actually mention that. What happened there is that we were looking at the qualities of basically the proof submission, and we were like, okay, we really want basically our indexer to be one of the best in case, because let's talk about it this way. I have a perspective about this that I basically want to share, and from what I understand currently, it's that when I go on Uniscan from Unisat, the Explorer, I realized that most of the blocks basically that are there that go actually for index rewards go to the official Fractal, which actually makes sense since the current phase is a testing phase, and the rewards are being distributed rather than actually the way it functions, I believe. So my theory was that the fact that now the official is basically handling, I believe, the flow for the remaining indexers, would that actually change? Or am I actually even right with saying that? Or would that actually change? For example, at the time we'll get the full reward, and I believe the testing phase will finish. Would we actually be able to change something? And by what I mean change something, it could actually be either from our side or from the official repo on GitHub side. The point was, from what I was able to understand, is that the indexer was using the state hash probably pointed somewhere that the official is set to be. And I'm not certain actually if that actually is the case, but it was actually set to a specific setting, and to actually try and enhance the indexer as of what we thought that actually would be the enhancement. We went ahead and tried, why not actually be able to see if we could actually get the state hash from our end and basically feed it straight from the node, and basically be able to wrap up things just locally and basically run it. When you have things locally,
it looks good on paper, don't it? It looks great on paper.
It was a funny catastrophe, but it was fun. It was a beautiful learning point.
Yes.
When we did that, actually, we started getting specific errors that said the state hash mismatched, which means basically something went wrong in our end. And after a few hours, how long was that? And I didn't sleep, I guess, the night before.
Yeah, you caught on to it about an hour after it started happening, and then I stayed up a little bit extra late trying to get back on track. And then I think we had to download overnight, didn't we?
Yeah.
Back up.
The reason we actually had it download again is because when we made that enhancement on our indexer, we kinda got stuck in a block reorg at a point, and that actually ended up pushing us somewhere else, where we started doing some other we started indexing something different, or like the state hashes basically started mismatching. So when we noticed that that was actually the issue, we thought like we could fix it, but no, it wasn't as simple as that. Literally, the only way to fix it was to get a backup and basically try to re-index correctly from the last, from exactly before that happened, then basically from the last backup we got. Thankfully, we were able to use the official backup from the official site.
Right.
And,
Well, and that's hold on. I want to break in right here. That's what I was about to say. I want to shout out Fractal Bitcoin
go ahead.
without a doubt,
Awesome
because
words.
the docs from the back end, a lot of this stuff is integrated real well in the build process. I mean, shout out. The information has been there for us to get in order to build this thing properly. And it's yeah, just shout out Fractal Bitcoin, the whole
And
team.
Unisat team, yeah, man.
Yeah,
The work
exactly.
is neat, bro. Man, it's really hard recently, just by experience. When you compare, sometimes it's hard to find on the crypto space docs that are easy to understand for LLMs. Say, for example, you don't understand, you want to probably vibe code something. So actually, with Unisat stack, you really have a higher chance learning and building than probably using a more difficult stack. They provide some of the basic things, and basically they have really reliable endpoints. So that's actually my part of it.
Yeah, it's been outstanding. It actually has been great. All right, so and what to be honest, and I want to shout out Cursor again, because this dashboard, that's the rabbit hole I've been in, is building dashboards, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to throw myself under the bus,
Let's
because
go.
there's been several dashboards. And real quick, and I know you didn't want me to do this, but I got UTXO Pizza, great community. Go find them and follow them. This guy built a dashboard, and I was trying to tinker around with building one, and then I ran into this one, and I was like, wow, this
Yeah,
guy can do some
yeah,
stuff.
UTXO Pizza actually has a really good dashboard. It's very insightful. It has a lot of details. One
And
of the things actually, I want to mention that it was one of the things that helped me identify the exact error. He was actually the one who had the
exactly,
errors flagged. Exactly. I wanted
it
to
was,
mention that, so yeah, I want to thank him as well for that.
yes,
He
thank
also
you.
scolded me on the group for it, for the index.
Well, we deserved it. We deserved it. We'll take it. You know what I mean? I got big shoulders. But it did. We ended up checking this out. It was wow. I clicked through, found all kinds of different. Hey, that's cool. Hey, that's cool. And then found some errors that pointed us in the right direction to help make ours stronger. So shout out UTXO Pizza. Thank you very much for helping. But now back to my silly one. I've had a good time prompting with Cursor, and I had to be careful. This was a totally separate window, so it wouldn't touch the indexer, because cheese and crackers, we don't want it touching the indexer.
The fear right now.
Yes, the fear is bad. When a storm rolls up, I'm afraid my internet's going out, because I feel slightly responsible. That's the whole point of making the network stronger, is you feel responsible for making sure your stuff is solid and sound. And that's what I'm trying to do. But I come up with this little jiggy bobber right here, this block race map, because I kind of look, it said mining's in the title, so in my mind it's who gets there first. It's who gets there first, but that's not necessarily what makes a good one, and we learned that. So, but I still like coming in first. I can't help
By
it.
by fractal indexing rules, as long as you submit the block within, I think, 120 block window,
Yep.
you literally still get the 100% reward. So there's no difference if you actually push.
And just so everybody knows, good point, sir. Good point. And that drops off 10% per 100 blocks until it goes away. And once you're 1,000 blocks behind, even if you submit a valid one, you won't receive anything for it.
Yeah.
And we learned that during one of the downloads. It's been, but so I come up with this because I was wanting to see what order because we caught ourselves on this site open on a couple of different tabs looking right here at the proofs submitted, and we're trying to see when they hit and how many blocks delayed. What started us here was how our delay was running long. When we first got this thing going, our delays were 4 and 5, which is not bad and well within the 120 block window. But when we looked at Fractal Official or UTXO Pizza or any of them, they were coming in 2s, 3s, and 4s. Fractal Official was always 1 and 2. So we started asking questions and investigating. Hey, why is our delay longer? We can be a little bit better here. We don't look like the others.
Yes, that's exactly how the FAFO graph starts.
Yes. You're exactly right. So then we started asking questions then, and it worked for a little while. And some upgrades did fine. A couple of
we learned a lot. We learned enough that we made the upgrades.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And but we got it back going and we started running. And instead, that's what gave me the idea for the dashboard was we had 3 different tabs open going back and forth to see who was getting there first and how long the delay was. So lo and behold, I come up with the block arrival map. And it shows as soon as it'll update every block and it shows who comes in first, second, third, or the order. See, they just popped in right there. So they're proofs. If you go back to this site and we're looking at the individual, we'll just pick UTXO Pizza here, detail, proof records. See his delays running 2122. He's got 1 not submitted. And that's the one that just popped in to get validated, I'm pretty sure. We come back here to look at ours and proof records and 2121. Ooh, we got him by 1. He was 2122, wasn't he? I don't remember. It don't matter.
And again, everyone, this probably means nothing because we all still get the blocks within the
exactly.
time.
So everybody's earning rewards. You're not going to change anything about that. This is just my slight competitive edge. I can't help it. I just can't help it.
And sadly, we collaborated on that because my theory actually kind of aligns. I believe that at the end of the distribution of rewards, probably the index rewards would actually be distributed by who gets the state hash first or something like that. But I'm not sure. That's literally just, it's a theory. It's literally out of the blue. We'll get to see basically what happens at the end.
Right. When we honestly don't know where it's going to go, but this is what we did. All right. So we got it to where we were coming in first and kind of heard through some back channels that we had some stuff that was it skipping one? What was how was it termed? What were we doing? We weren't doing anything wrong, but every now and then we would miss one. What was it?
Well, literally, look, when you want to run the indexing service, you want to make sure that the proofs are being submitted and everything is right. So you basically want to make sure that you keep an eye on that. Sometimes it might fail. And basically, one of the main best things to do basically to handle that is to basically set the retry mechanism and backfill, like just try and look basically for anything that failed or anything problematic and try and fix it around. Apart from that, we got the alert system. So anytime basically something goes off, something goes wrong, maybe an error that is a bit critical, maybe a DB error that basically has some kind of issue, we literally get informed or anything basically about it. So literally an instant error would mean basically going on and basically fixing it.
Right. And then when I'm assuming it's from behind the 1-to-1-to-1 kind of thing. I come up, but not every block gets index mined. And so I come up with a full window arrival map. So it even shows the ones that the whole 1-to-1-to-1 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It shows the other ones and then just the ones that get actual, into the index pool. And to be honest, still haven't quite determined what or how that is decided. It's in the protocol. I mean, I ain't mad at it or nothing. I just can't quite figure it out.
They seem the distribution is handled differently, kind of like possibly randomly or possibly throughout the day. It's still going to, I think, to get to the 111, but you might not be able to just spot it on just looking by, for example, the last things. I did want to mention something, huh?
But yeah, so I started watching this, and it's been interesting. It's pointed out things. It's helped me learn stuff. The dashboard that we did coming through. This is the actual dashboard that came through in the build.
Because we had deploy the indexer.
Time to deploy, because we had it give a what to do next. We had a whole list of stuff over here at one point in time, and none of this, all of it. We had some stuff, the API. Yeah, this whole.
It was interesting. Initially, the Fractal ID synchronization went right, basically just syncing the node, which is the normal thing. The indexer was getting up. No, it wasn't. It was basically just sitting there black. The BRC20 API that's ready was actually red, saying not ready, and at the same time, it was not ready until we got all the Fractal ID things, and then basically the indexing data on tags, basically, because that's what the BRC20 API is for. You basically get the data from on chain. So when you see that, actually, when you see us talking also about BRC20, I wanted to actually mention that there are like talks around this kind of system going on Bitcoin. So we'll probably discuss that later on. So go ahead.
Yeah. But yeah, and that's one thing I did want to point out. You have to run the full node before you can even run the indexer. So it had to download that person. To be honest, that was the bulk of the download time. I mean, we started in the middle of May, and I'm pretty sure it was a shade over 2 weeks. And I've got decent internet and a decent PC. Oh, I did want to show that just so everybody knew. I wanted to pop this up here. This is what we got going on. This is it running. I put in the 128 gigabytes of RAM. And now, don't get me wrong. If everything wasn't going on my PC right now, this would be running a little bit lower. But it usually sits about mid 70s, just under 80. But right now, I've got X going, and I'm streaming through StreamYard, and Telegram's open, and Dockers, and on top of the indexer running. Intel i11, I believe. Does it say here? Just i11.
11 Gen i7.
Yeah, i7. 11 Gen 3.6, and I'm pretty sure we're hovering at 4.6. When I check this and nothing else is going on, it's usually upper 30s. So that's about where that sits. Just to let you know how hard it's going to hit your hardware. That's pretty much what you got going on. The disk space. This was humming along.
Let's get back at the memory. Yeah. Oh, that's 82 gigabytes of RAM being used currently. Like 103 committed.
And it sits a little bit. It's usually, like I said, when nothing's going on, that hovers around the upper 70s. So that's what's sitting there working. So it's 64 gig. I don't know I'm not.
Yeah, sure. I believe if anybody is trying to run a 64 gig, the best recommendation would be to have that device specifically for that. If you try to run probably anything else on it, it's probably gonna mess up with how good it runs. Basically,
yes, right. I would think so. Now that I've sat here and watched it run for a while, I am definitely glad I went to 128 gigabytes of memory. But yeah, storage. I don't know that you're going to fit it all on 4 terabytes.
You can start with it, but now that I think we're with 4 terabytes and it's nearly ending, so
Right,
I guess
and because
best to go for higher.
because we put some stuff on a different drive once it actually. Now, don't get me wrong, the 4 terabytes held the full node, no problem. It
Yeah,
was when
the
we
Fractal
started
ID.
doing, the fractal ID, it held that no problem, spun it right up. It was when we started doing the extra stuff on top of that that we needed the other drive, and we didn't need the other drive for all of it, just some of it. And
The indexing, yeah. We
but
we
it was
need we need we needed the first drive for indexing, which has the highest space, and for the index staking, since it has actually its own data and its own logs. Basically, it's set on the other side.
so that's how it works. You. That's how it works. You right there.
And
Go ahead.
yeah, to mention, since you actually said that we spent actually a long time trying to sync our data, I believe you can actually try and use the official. I think there's like backups and checkpoints where you can actually pick up some of the data and download it directly without having to sync, which probably would take longer time.
Yes, sinking. We did. We took the longer route because we didn't learn. We didn't figure it out until after it was started. But I'm wanting to say it was 1,750,000. That's where you can
Yeah.
download that and hold on to that as a snapshot. And then if you break it like we did, you just got to download from that point or sync it.
Yeah, but
Rather.
there is actually even more up to date. But for us, we actually had to use the 1,000,000 seven because we actually couldn't get the stack needed for the other function, which I think it was installing it from a different service rather, where you basically end up getting the latest data, the latest backup basically that was made, I guess, by Fractal official.
Right on. And
So,
but
yeah.
and we made
Do
that
you remember?
last time it worked. Yeah.
Wait. Do you remember actually when we tried to get the backup at a point? We had to select between two. We could have actually had gotten the data even more faster, but we had to actually get an import and go actually on the sudo mode. And we
Oh
actually just
yeah, I
reverted
remember
back.
that.
We actually, yeah, we just reverted back and said, okay, just let it get the 1.7 because, yeah, it might actually take longer, but yeah, that was actually our only option at that point. So we got the 1.7 and synced basically upwards until the tip, and then once you're at the tip, basically you start pushing proof submissions.
Excellent. Okay, so now I'm gonna jump into how to stake.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna jump right into how to stake. How do you stake with PrimeIndexer? This is how you're gonna do it. First, you need to use some Fractal Bitcoin. You got to have some Fractal Bitcoin. A couple different routes you can find it. Do your own research. This is not financial advice. Blah blah blah. Yeah, smacky.
Zero bit gates.
Zero bit gate to me is
Unisat
the
wallet.
easiest way to go. You need a Unisat wallet to receive your Fractal Bitcoin, and then you need zero bit gate. You can search the X timeline. I'm pretty sure you can Google search it and find it. So I mean, it's not that hard to find, and you can use Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum. There's a couple different choices on the inbound to get you some Fractal Bitcoin, and then once you get some Fractal Bitcoin, you need to go find the Fractal Bitcoin staking, and we have those links in the comment. Along, what all did we post over there? We got some docs. We got the
Yeah.
links to the indexer. What was it? What was the other one? I never forgot. Tokenomics.
We had actually the profit calculator. It's actually the
Mm,
same one on the official page.
yeah,
It
to get
allows you to basically calculate the profits that you could get from the indexers, and also compare between the rewards that you would get by staking your fractal Bitcoin at an indexer, for example, here using index mining, or in fractal Bitcoin provided by Unisat wallet. You can actually participate in fractal Bitcoin farming, which has actually specific pools where you can actually stake fractal Bitcoin and earn. You get to earn APY, and they also have staking gems, which give actually boosts. The staking gems comes eventually based per events, basically. So if any new event comes up where you get to see staking gems, try to go ahead and claim them. They're actually really cool as well. But make sure to actually do the profit calculation and basically ensure what's the best decision for you.
Yep. Exactly. Do your research.
Now stake at PrimeIndexer.
So, all right. So you took your Solana, you got your Unisat wallet, you went through zero bit gate, and you got you some Fractal Bitcoin. There is a 50 Fractal Bitcoin minimum to do the staking.
Yeah.
So you make it to the official index mining site. And there you can choose any indexer if you wish to put your stake in. There are APRs listed, but I'm going to tell you right now, all this stuff grows. We were up behind Fractal Official there for a while, and then our faux pas cost us a little bit, so that hurt us in our metrics. But we're catching now. But what I want to point out is if you stake with PrimeIndexer, there's a bonus. Something going on the backside for every wallet that has staked with PrimeIndexer. Tell us about the bonus, Lonely Bit.
I wouldn't basically just call it a bonus. Maybe it's not. I'm joking, man. Come on. Look, PrimeIndexer, like staking at PrimeIndexer, man, does not really just earn you reward or basically just strengthens our indexer. It actually helps support the Lonely Bit ecosystem. Everything that we actually build, it could actually help us also like build and sustain a bigger liquidity for our BRC20 token. It could allow us to actually provide more quality features and more quality events. Yes, the bonus, right? The bonus basically of staking at PrimeIndexer is getting a lot of rewards and airdrops that are up to come. There is already a first phase. There's already the first phase that was actually distributed, and it actually took for each 0.1 fractal actually was one the Lonely Bit, or what was it? 1 fractal per 0.1 the Lonely Bit actually.
Yeah. That's what it was. But that's already been distributed. But there, if you choose ours, and we're trying to build a strong, fast one, you get little airdrop, little stuff that helps build the community we're trying to build. So I mean, we're trying to put it back into it to help strengthen and build stuff that's on here. I mean, that's just what we're trying to do. But anyhow. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay, I go ahead. I wanted to say basically that you're technically not just staking, you're supporting a whole ecosystem. We provide tools, we provide experimental tools, we provide new features actually that try and improve both Fractal Bitcoin and Bitcoin alike. We worked on non-custodial tools that are basically Bitcoin native while building on Fractal. We tried our best to build the infrastructure on Fractal Bitcoin and provide the tools that the community wants and the community uses. Not even the less, we've been here basically since the start, and we are not going to leave anytime soon. So it's a chance basically to get on the train with a team and a project basically that is not going to stop. And we are not only going to stay in crypto as well. It's the doors open basically, and the path is really long forward. So. Think about it.
Well said. Well, yeah, exactly. Well said. Okay, so I got my wallet. I got my Unisat wallet with my Fractal Bitcoin connected, and of course, needless to say, I am biased, so I'm going to choose the indexer that I'm running. So we click the stake button. It pops up PrimeIndexer stake amount. It gives me the max amount that I'm possible there. It tells where it's going to do it. Straight up, this is all, we don't custody anything in the indexer. Nothing's locked. You can unstake at any point in time. And you can claim your rewards like daily. I'm pretty sure once you get into rolling into it, you can claim rewards daily without unstaking stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool too. But just so it's all
It's
proper.
not. Yeah, it's non-custodial. You can see there that the minimum stake is 50 fractal, and down there the address that basically you will be staking to is your address. It's actually your own public key that is used for deriving that address, which means it's only controlled by your private key.
Right. Okay, and then we're just gonna. I'm gonna do 125 of that. Here, let's just do it. Now I can't do an odd number. I can't. I started it. I don't want to max. I want to leave a little bit. You know what I mean? So 125. I can't do it silly. Stake. What are we doing? Oh yeah, that stuff's gonna pop up. Bam, bam, bam. We don't blind sign. We kind of look at stuff, especially when we're doing stuff. Bam. Push it.
125. That is.
Okay, successfully staked, and usually I'm gonna click view, but I'm not sure what all will show you. Sometimes you got to let it sit there and do its thing for a while. See, it still says processing.
The operation history shows process. You can click the reward history and see if you got anything up or nothing on the reward history. No reward history.
Yeah, there wouldn't. It wouldn't be yet. It'd take a little while, but next week when we come back, give a little update. We'll come back and check on it, see what it's earned.
Yeah. I think it takes less than a day to start earning once it processes. It processes actually in a few minutes, and actually then you can.
Yeah.
You wait for I think around a day or two. I think to start seeing earnings actually and claimable rewards.
Claimable.
No. You're right.
Yeah, that's that. You got the 20,000. There's a 20,000 block delay built into the protocol. It's not like you do. You get it. It's everybody. But technically we've already had some come claimable. It has been running long enough for that. But it is a week, and I'm pretty sure here in a couple of hours it would actually start showing up here, and it shows your individual reward per every block that the indexer proofs. I could see. I can't do it on this. I could probably switch and show what that is on my other wallet, maybe, because I try this wallet disconnect. Let me go over here and do some degen stuff on the side. You guys know how that is. But I just want to show them for HFW. Let's come in on that. All right, hold on. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry.
This side. All right. Yeah, here we go. All right, we'll connect back.
There we go.
Yeah. All right. So we go into where was that? Reward history. Boom. This is what I was wanting to show everybody. This is where it shows you. All right. There's platform stake 8.4 million. PrimeIndexer has 62.8K. All of it is effectively staked. We have 0.75% of the total allocation, which ends up being the indexer reward gets 0.149 fractal per block that it's involved with. And everybody that stakes splits that up according to the percentage that they stake. That's what the indexer earns.
Actually adds something up and then splits it.
Right. But the commission comes off the top, and we'll talk about the commission here in a minute. Right now it's 8%, but
yes.
we're coming up with levels that if we break, we're going to drop it, so the staker earns more. But I'm also
rewards in the middle.
Exactly. It's been a good time. But this is where it shows you per block what you're earning. This address I have 150 stake. If you hover over it, it'll show you the exact amount. But that's what they earn per block. And if you go back to the dashboard, that's in the last 60 actual blocks, okay, of how many times it'll earn that amount. And it earns that amount regardless of what place it comes in this is just my little silly race. But as long as the indexer proofs the block, they get paid their rate. Net rate's determined is a percentage of the total that is being paid out for the block. And right now we're at 70%, because it's still going up, because they started a partial payout through the public beta test. And I think we're at 70%. In 3 more weeks, we'll have made it to 100%. So technically, these numbers that the indexer's getting paid and the stakers are earning, in my mind, and this is just my opinion, are still going to go increase by 30%. If we're at 70%, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to work like that. I've been watching the numbers move, and I got to see the numbers move. And we've been through 2 upgrades, and and it listed it somewhere 10% a week through the public test phase. So those back, you're technically going to go up a little bit more.
Yeah. And for those who are interested, actually, when you stake, you end up increasing the actual indexer's share of the Fractal basically staked in the whole index mining protocol, and therefore the more share the indexer has, the more rewards the actual stakers get.
Yes.
Once you stake, you actually increase everyone else's reward, and including your own reward, and basically you start earning for it.
Yep. All right. So we went over that. Well, there was so much to go over. I'm trying to just make sure we covered it all.
I hope so.
Oh, looky here. We coming in. Ooh, we got 100%. This is me racing again. Fractal officials at 100. We're at 100. Rune Junes. Oh, we're all UTXO Pizza 97.4, 97.4. We're tied a lot. And when you're tied, it goes by total staked. So we end up in 3rd. And it's not a placement. It's not a race, people. It's not a race. But I got to look at it that way. I can't fucking help it. I just...
We all got to do something about it, right?
Exactly. I wanted a solid, fast indexer. And I think we, sorry, Goose, we have built one. I couldn't have done it without the lonely bit. It was a match made in heaven. We were building stuff, testing stuff, and then along came this guy. Hey, we ought to try to do that. And then they unlocked it. And if you look at the IDs, people, the indexer ID, Fractal Officials at 176, and that's the block number that they actually either went live or when you're building it, that's it. That's the block and the transaction ID, or the transaction placement. No, the one's the transaction. The big number is the block. But if you look at ours, 1818, and that's the next highest one out of all of them, 1844. Yeah, I'm competitive. See, here I'm doing it again.
I was going to tell you what we're going on it.
18515, 1850, 1839. We were on that shit. Lonely Bit called me and said, we got to get this done. And I said, well, let me just go up my subscription at Cursor. And boom, son, we was on it. And so we were early. We had our, don't get me wrong, we've already broke it twice, and seen anybody else break it twice, but we were early. So kudos, Lonely Bit. Thanks for helping out there.
Oh, man, I'll say. My pleasure always.
All right, what else do we want to go over? We went over the dash.
I guess the reward reduction, the commission reduction, right? The commission that is going to be reduced and what steps, and basically the rewards. We're going to be cooking.
Well, we haven't totally decided, but right now we're at 8%. All right, which is in coming into this, we had no idea what everybody else would do, and there was some very savvy decisions on coming in at zero and whatnot. And some of us, there was another, I think somebody else was 8%. Sat World was 8%. There's a 1%. And if you see, you can change it. You can change it. And it takes, was it a week, the 20,000 blocks, and then it goes into effect, if I remember right. And we plan on reducing it as it grows. And I named it PrimeIndexer, and we ended up with a non-prime number coming in. So this is going to drop fairly quick. I think if we can get anywhere close to 75K, I go 70K. That ain't but 7,000. Somebody might not, whatever. But if we crack 70K, we'll go to 7%.
Wait. I will tell you. I guess okay. Currently, if nobody adds anything to that, but if you had 7,000 fractal, I guess you would probably be earning around 10 fractal a day.
Yeah, somewhere right in there, probably.
Yeah, I guess that would be the roundabout amount for it. That would be 10 fractal a day, I guess.
And that should increase by about 30% in the coming weeks as this comes up to its full rollout. And again, not financial advice, do your own research, but that's the way the docs read. So yeah, I'm gonna come down to a prime number, and then we're gonna come up with a threshold to drop to 5%. Because that's another prime number, and it's the PrimeIndexer. So, that's just how I roll. And then, of course, we got 3% and 1%. So that's how I'm going to eventually head down to help compete. But coming into this during the development and getting it going, we just wanted to do a little bit better than the official. Because, that's how we're doing things.
Oh, you get it back at it again.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people. It's the competitive side to me. So we want to see us on the top, though. Exactly. But then, UTXO Pizza came in at 0, and I'm pretty sure he's updating to 1. He's going, that's cool. That's his choice. Commission history, because it's listed now 1%. So he's at a 1% commission now. So kudos to you that you can do that. We'll get there. A couple thresholds. I'm pretty sure if we had that much staked, I'd probably be cool at 1%. But we got to get there. And the bonus here is we're feeding stuff back into a community. We're feeding stuff back into
the ecosystem, back into TLB BRC20, back in basically most of the assets, in the quality, everything basically.
Back into Fractal. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's back into Fractal. We're trying to strengthen the system, strengthen the ecosystem, with a solid, fast indexer that comes in first all the time. There I go again.
Oh man, I want to mention, actually, for those who actually never used Fractal Bitcoin, well, it's literally exactly as using Bitcoin. You don't need to actually just argue about it because of that. It's just technically that's what it is, technically. So literally, for those who are interested actually in such kind of innovation, you basically can try and build things on Fractal that would literally work the exact same way on Bitcoin if you're aiming to build on Bitcoin, actually. Whether you're actually aiming to also build on Bitcoin and build another ecosystem, you're basically able there to build on Fractal, because it's also still an ecosystem basically with an amazing community basically that is standing really strong. And it's been a while, and basically they're still really standing strong. So
yes, that they have. Unisat's been here since the beginning. And when did Fractal roll out?
Yeah, 2024, I guess.
2020. Yeah, well, I'm wanting to say it was fall because I got in. Ordinals spun up in spring. It was January, February, if I remember right. I got involved in like June, July, and I'm pretty sure Fractal came out that fall, winter.
It was September, right? No, it was September. It was September. I guess.
Yeah, but was it after halving? So was it a year or so into
Well,
Ordinals?
let me see. Let me look at it.
Yeah, look that up because man, it's been such a time flies when you're having fun, people. Time flies when you're having
It's
fun.
September 9th.
Right on. Of 24.
24. Yeah.
Right on. So yeah, right in on the timeline. They've been here since the beginning. Unisat, Fractal, been there for the community. The pizza drop, the pizza airdrop.
Fractal went through a lot. We basically also have OP-Cat. OP-Cat protocol basically enabled in Fractal. So it was basically launched at the beginning. It went really well, and basically it had actually its obstacles due to the stack, basically. And later on, basically, the stack actually changed. And I guess actually news actually again are coming to the actual protocol. So there is also the ability for everyone to try and use it, like try and build around it if they like, because using OP-Cat, you basically can try and do things similar to smart contracts, basically on Bitcoin. So that's a new path that not many people basically have uncovered it, and on Bitcoin it's kind of a far shot that OP-Cat would probably be implemented, but not really a far shot, but who knows, because of how Bitcoin basically and the whole politics around Bitcoin are going.
Right.
Oh, yeah. You still
What
get
it
it.
is, what it is.
Fractal is chill. You sit down, you index, you stake, you earn. Yeah, just the kind of vibe basically I like, and at the same time, basically I can try and push the limits. I want to try and make something out of Bitcoin, basically that is literally Bitcoin native still, and would literally come to realize what real DeFi would probably be in the future, rather than basically just something that does things fast, or basically just a new addition over what's already there. I was thinking of trying to find a native one, but this is actually still on research.
Yep. Okay, so we've strolled. There's been a lot of good information in this one. This has been a good one, but I think we've covered it. Have we missed anything?
I doubt that, sir. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
If anybody spotted us missing anything, please.
Yeah, please.
We'll try to hit it next time.
Yeah, without a doubt. So we'll just call it Builders. That's a wrap. That is the story from the first Docker container in May to live staking and the rewards that are coming out of it today. It has been an absolute wonderful journey, and it's going to run. It's not over. It's really not.
It just started.
Yeah, it just started. So we got a long way to go. But yeah, building dashboards. I'd like to thank everybody for rolling up. I'd like to thank LonelyBit. I'd like to thank Fractal Bitcoin, Unisat. This is just the whole thing. It's really been awesome. It really has. So if you've got some Fractal Bitcoin and you want to put it to work and let it just sit and earn for you, we have built the PrimeIndexer. Feel free to help strengthen the system and feed back into a community. LonelyBit, you got any closing statements?
Yeah, I would like to say thank you everybody for watching, and thank you for hanging around. I hope actually this session was informative and would actually help anybody who is interested in staking and earning on Fractal Bitcoin, or anyone who is actually interested in running an indexer. And if anybody still needs any help, please reach out. Don't be shy about that. Don't be off about that. We actually answer people. I would still say that if anybody actually wants to see more videos like this, you can check out Mr. Shidi's YouTube channel, or you can check out thelonelybit.org. We have a specific library there set for the Builders Cove videos with tags and all.
Yep. Without a doubt, there's information out there, and I'm trying to get better at providing it. So, but that's what we got to do is roll
We're
up.
doing good.
Yeah, I think we did. I think we did pretty decent tonight. I give us about a 8.5 out of 10. Maybe. Again, there you go. I'm being competitive. You know what I mean? Even with myself. But again, thanks everybody for rolling up. I hope you have a wonderful evening. If you got any questions, please reach out. We will help the best that we can. And we're fairly timely. So you all have a great evening. And
Have a good
peace
one.